So, this is either a huge mistake or this is going to be really interesting. I bought a 1999 Volkswagen Jetta GLX with the intention of doing something with it. I don't exactly know what yet. The title is Idiot Buys Project Car because I have very limited experience with modifying and really restoring anything. Granted, I'm somewhat familiar with your basic maintenance tasks, but beyond that, I haven't really done a whole lot. Bought it out of state. Doesn't look too shabby. I got it for about 3K. It's not in completely horrific condition. Obviously, there's some rust. It's an old car, and also it's from the East Coast. Kind of what you'd expect anyhow. It is not very clean in here, but that's okay. It's a rather easy problem to solve. Some of the leather is not perfect, but again, that's not really the point of a car like this anyhow. I'm just glad that it runs and drives and didn't completely clear my bank account. That's what we're working with. I've thought about it between whether I'd want to go for like, and this is gonna be way far in the future, right? Turbo or supercharger. I'm thinking supercharger because I don't necessarily need a whole lot of power out of this, because the idea is I'd want this to be something I could take to the mountains. And having a more linear throttle response, I think, makes a lot more sense. It's been a little while. I've spent a fair bit of time with the shop vac, just kind of going around, getting most of the dirt and crap in here. It's, I really am considering going ham on the interior detailing side of things, which I've never done before. Of course, the first thing is I bought this car out of state, need to get it titled or transfer the title, get it inspected and registered. I'm a little worried about it passing the inspection. The brakes are very bizarre, let's just call it. I don't know if I really trust it. That and the handbrake does not really work. The only way this car is not moving is basically since I put it in first. As well as that, the heater core is not working. So I would like to not be burning to death. The clutch is a little weird. It's rather soft, but not like old German car soft clutch. But I mean, it stays depressed a little bit after using it. Don't think it's supposed to do that. Probably the master cylinder. I'm gonna be honest. No idea. And as well as that, I mean, I have to use the brakes because again, my handbrake doesn't really work. This shifter is the most molasses, like there's a whole sponge in there between the shift lever and like everything else. It's just so, and honestly, part of it is I've really spoiled myself with the other car that I have, which is a Civic. It's one of the more modern ones. It's a 23. Honda shifters are just, I mean, I'm not going to say they're the best, but they're pretty darn good. And going to a 90s Volkswagen shifter is probably not going to be the most fun. That said, I've heard some things about doing an O2J conversion. I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. Maybe not. There are a couple of short throw shifter kits for Mark IIIs, but with not with a transmission that would be mated to the VR6. I'm gonna be, again, totally honest, no idea if that would be a terrible mistake. I don't know. I don't think that would work well. But yeah, anyways, I am thinking of some kind of a short throw shifter kit, just something to make it feel like there isn't just a huge sponge between the shift lever and the rest of the transmission. After that, I am thinking about getting a dyno just to see how much of that original 172 horsepower is still in there. Probably not much. That said, you know, maybe just tuning it to make sure the air fuel ratio doesn't cause the engine to kill itself after 20 years of, you know, who knows what the previous owners did to this car. I can only speak for the last one, but yeah, that and wheel suggestions. I'm thinking about like those, what is it? Like those old BBS RSs that came on a couple of different Volkswagens. I can't name which ones off the top of my head. I'm not really a Volkswagen guy myself. I've never had a German car except this. Not that it really makes a huge difference, but this is a whole new world for me. This is me in post. I realized that I didn't actually have a defined way of saying, hey, this is the end of the video. In any case, I don't exactly know how much I plan to accomplish per each video or anything like that. I'm not going to think too hard about it. And there's just a few other things I wanted to address. So I mentioned it on the video from my main channel, directing to this one. If you haven't seen it, it's not a big deal. But essentially, this is not supposed to be a platform for a full-time career or anything like that. I'm not trying to do any of that. I have a job that I want to keep focused on. Sure, if this takes off and something happens, cool, but that's not what I'm expecting to happen, and certainly not that's not the goal. I really just want this to be fun. And the moment this stops being fun is when I'm probably gonna pump the brakes, just like I did with the last channel. When it comes to the editing and this and that and thumbnails and whatever else, I know it's not gonna be the highest quality. And the truth is, it's just not a priority. There's many other priorities in my life. I don't quite know how to say this, but essentially what I'm saying is don't expect crazy high quality, because the moment that it becomes arduous and annoying and frustrating to provide that level of quality, then it's just not worth it. Again, this is supposed to be as much of a project as the car is itself. So hopefully you'll stick around, and I'll see you in the next one.